This video is going to have a look at biofuels. It's going to focus on how the different biofuels are made and what the advantages to using this compared to fossil fuels are.
So the first one you need to know about then is biogas. Now biogas is produced when microorganisms decompose waste material or plants to produce something called biogas. It's usually about 70% methane and 30% carbon dioxide. Now when this biogas is set on fire and burned, it is used, the steam that's produced is used to turn a turbine. That turbine is attached to a generator, and that generator is used to produce electricity. It can also be used to heat water, which is used in central heating systems. And other uses are it can be used as a fuel for cars and buses. The second biofuel is biodiesel. Now biodiesel can be made from vegetable oils, animal fats or waste cooking oil. One of the main benefits of biodiesel is it's very similar to actual regular diesel, so therefore it can be used in vehicles, so you don't actually have to alter the vehicle very much at all for it to be able to run. The third biofuel is ethanol. Now ethanol is made from sugarcane and plants like corn and barley, and sugarcane you can see in this picture here. What they'll do is they'll put the sugarcane into a fermenter, add yeast to it, and that will turn it into ethanol. Ethanol, which is a much cleaner fuel and has no pollutants, no sulfur in it. They can then take this ethanol and mix it with petrol. This mixture is known as gasohol, and cars can be adapted to run on it. So thinking back to the chemistry topic where we did biofuels, the biofuels themselves are sustainable. You can keep replanting them, whereas fossil fuels, once they're gone, they're gone. Biofuels are also carbon neutral, so if you remember back to that, it means that the carbon dioxide and water that is taken in by a plant is the same amount that is given out when it's burnt. Now obviously by burning fossil fuels, the CO2 levels are constantly increasing. Biofuels are much cleaner than using fossil fuels. They have no cancer-causing particulates, such as releasing carbon into the atmosphere, whereas fossil fuels can release sulfur dioxide, which can affect the atmosphere and can affect people and can be linked to cancer. Now the sulfur dioxide, which isn't present in biofuels, is obviously the main cause of acid rain. So fossil fuels, they do have that impurity in there, so when you burn it, it produces sulfur dioxide, and that leads to acid rain, which damages statues, plants and water. Now making these biofuels though needs a lot of land. Now that land could be used for producing food, so you've got to think back to our food production and the fact that growing population, we need that. And finally, if we were to use these fuels more readily, power stations, cars, everything would need to be adapted to run on them, which costs a lot of money.